All right, what's going on YouTube? Happy Saturday. Come in, you guys. Let's get comfortable. Let's talk. I want to talk to you guys today about Ari Fletcher, Taina, and G Herbo. Ooh, child. I mean, this situation, it kind of resonates with me. And I just wanted to get you guys' opinion about this because I think that Ari Fletcher is a bitter baby mom. I think that her behavior is it's unacceptable. And I just want to see you guys' opinion on it. Now, in case you haven't seen, Ari Fletcher leaked on her stories on Instagram, she leaked Taina's phone number. And she says she leaked it because Taina has her son, and her son isn't, under Taina's care right now, and that Taina was not responding to her. So she decided to take it upon herself and be petty and leak this girl's phone number for all of her hundreds of millions of however many millions of Instagram followers that she has. Now, Taina is the daughter of Emily, who is, I believe she's married to Fabulous still, but Emily has had all these issues with Fabulous over the years, and Taina is the daughter of Emily, who is with Fabulous, right? So a little bit of the backstory on this is that Ari Fletcher and G Herbo were together, and allegedly, while Ari was with G Herbo, Taina was the side chick. We know how this goes. G Herbo actually ended up leaving Ari Fletcher for Taina, and they have been together ever since. G Herbo has children with both Ari Fletcher, and he also, obviously, we know he has, I believe, 2 children with Taina. Now, because of that rift in the past, which it was a few years ago that this happened, Ari Fletcher, and I see how she feels a way about Taina. She feels like, okay, Taina was the side chick. I cannot talk today, you guys. I'm sorry. Taina was the side chick, and she essentially stole G Herbo, which I don't get the fascination with him. He's real whack to me, but whatever. To each their own. She stole G Herbo from Ari, and so because of that, Ari feels a way, like I said. Now, you can feel a way about something and still conduct yourself appropriately. I mean, at this point, Ari has a whole other man she's with, the NBA, whatever has got I can't keep up with these young people's names, but Ari has a whole different relationship. G Herbo is still with Taina. This happened several years ago, and I feel like Ari should let it go. She claims that she's over G Herbo. But let me ask you guys this. When you're really over somebody, do you do stuff like this? No, you don't. I have a daughter, and I am no longer with, I'm in a whole different relationship. I'm not with her dad, my daughter's father. So, our co-parenting is a lot different in the fact of he stays out of my love life, I stay out of his love life. We don't do petty stuff like that to each other. And you know why? Because neither one of us wants to be with each other. When you have fully freed yourself of a situation, you in turn, you don't do stuff like this. And so Ari is trying to act like, oh, well, I leaked her number because she wasn't responding to you. But my thing is this. Taina says she blocked you because of the antics that you were pulling years ago. Remember, they were acting a whole fool. They were going back and forth a couple years ago, so she blocked her. So, Ari, why did you even think that you were going to get through on the line? I could have told you that. You could have called me girl, the lady got you blocked. You're not going to get through. Why are you even calling? If this is an issue that you're having where you feel uncomfortable for whatever reason, reach out to the daddy. Why you ain't hit the daddy up and say, hey, what's up? I can't get a hold of Taina. I know Taina has our child. Can you please tell her to put him on the line? But this is what I want to say. I think that it has nothing to do with any of that. And I think that Ari just is being nosy and kind of wants to see what's going on while her child is with Taina. And let me just say this to all the women, because I'll be honest, I dealt with this too when my daughter was young and when she was with her dad and he was with other women. I was kind of I'm calling to see, and I'll be honest about it. I grew out of that, but initially I was calling to see what's happening. I wasn't calling to see if my daughter was okay. And sometimes I would, but like more or more times than not, it was to see what's going on, to be nosy, because I still am in my feelings about how the relationship was disbanded. I was being nosy. And I had to come to terms really quickly that you can't, if I want peace and harmony in a good co-parenting relationship, that strategy was not going to work. And so I think that Ari needs to do the same. Secondly, Ari, that girl, ain't nothing wrong with your kid, okay? If it was an emergency or if something was happening, I guarantee you that Taina would have contacted you. You know damn well that everything is okay when she has your kid. You just are mad because you're thinking, how dare she not respond to me, or how dare she whatever, send me the voicemail, or whatever you were thinking. You knew your kid was fine. And if you really thought that they weren't fine, you would have, ran down the list to try to get a hold of your kid, and someone would have contacted you. So my thing is that women, because I feel like, I'm sure men do stuff like this too, but I feel like this is an issue with women that we need to be better about this. We have to learn to let go of control when our children are not with us. Okay? And again, the reason why this resonated with me, because this was something that was tough for me in the beginning stages when my daughter was, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It was hard because you want to be in control of everything, but you're not going to be happy. And the more you try to control things, the more they're going to bump heads and they're going to push back. People really don't, take to things well when they feel like your intentions are to try to control the situation. The same thing goes for him. When the child is in your care, he can't control who you have around the kid. Or as long as you are taking care of the child and who you bring around is treating the child right, that's all you can ask for. You can't ask for much more, and you have to trust that parent that they're going to make good decisions. You have to do it. Especially you decided to have a child with him. That was your decision. And now it didn't work. And it sucks for women because we have kids. That does not make the man obligated to stay with us. It just doesn't. And I hate, again, I'm speaking take this with love. This is from experience. The man is not obligated to stay with you. He is, however, obligated to take care of that child. So you got to work through the pain, get a therapist, whatever you need to speak to your, a clergy at church, your pastor, whoever you need to talk to work through these issues. But you have got to let go of control and just trust that if your kid's in Taina's care, that she's going to do the right thing. And obviously, if something happens, then you move forward and get the court involved or whatever you need to do in the event something happens. But if that kid is happy and okay while they are with their dad and around the dad's significant other, you can't do anything about that. And I think women, we have to really overall come to terms with that. It's hard. I know it. It's very, very difficult. It is hurtful. But I promise you, once you work through that, you will be better co-parents, and you have to just let go, because the more you try to control it, the more that man is going to push back on you, and that you're just going to have a bad relationship with the woman that he's with and all that. So again, I just think that it was very, very petty. It was, not okay. And I am not saying that the way G Herbo and Taina got together was right. That is not what I'm saying. I am simply saying that because you're not getting your way, it's not okay to put her phone number on your Instagram stories. Like, she's like trying to justify that. It's not cool. You can't do that. We got to do better. We just have to do better, and we have to go about things better and deal with grief and trauma in a better way than having a temper tantrum like that and putting someone's phone number. Now the lady got to change her number. You can't keep the same number, once that happens. She's got to reach out to her business connections. It's just a mess. Like, you created a mess, and you have further lengthened the divide that you have, not only with G Herbo, but with Taina. Because now you're definitely never getting a hold of me. Like, you're never going to be able to reach me by phone ever in life. You thought you were mad before, but you're really not. Not with doing something like that. That doesn't solve anything. So, like I said, in closing, it's just, the situation is unfortunate how it unfolded a few years ago, but we have to move forward and move on. And Ari, if you ever end up seeing this video, you have to do better and work through your traumas, and you have to focus on letting go of control when your child is in the care of her dad, with their dad. You just have to. Okay, and hopefully women that are out there that may be going through the same type of thing, you guys take heed to my advice too, because it really will give you a peace of mind and help to soothe you, because it really is about being in the best mental space that you can be for your child, for yourself and for your child. And doing stuff like this and ruffling feathers, it just further complicates the situation. It just makes it worse for everybody involved, including your kid, and that your child is most important. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Drop down in the comments, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have a beautiful rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.